Alright, welcome back to Terrible at Fishing. I thought it'd be fun to go over, my favorite lures. That's right, I have not done that yet, have I? I mean, hundreds of videos on this thing, on this channel, and you've seen what I like to fish with from time to time, but you don't get to see my favorite lures that I enjoy. So, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about my favorite lures, my really go-to. And when it comes down to it, they're pretty much all in this little bag here. This is my between the legs bag. The stuff right next to me in my kayak. So, really, if you ever, this is where I put my favorite lures. So, let's take a gander at my favorite lures. Oh, look at that. Anything green is going to be weird. So we got to do a fishing derby because my car broke down. I never made it to ours. I felt really bad about it. So, but we're going to give this away one day. All right. So first things first, just having a really good tackle kit, just terminal tackle stuff. This. I'm going to put a link for this down below. This is a great little thing. Again, I've showed you this a couple times, but I love it's small, it's compact, it's got a lanyard. This goes next to me everywhere. Well, everywhere I go because it's always next to me. But you will add a few things to it. I added some different size snap swivels in here. But you will add probably more weights to it, maybe a few extra hooks. But for the most part, this has everything that you need. I like this. So, just for a simple terminal tackle kit, the madbite 181 piece set, because I love the little box and it has everything I ever need. Love it. So first things first, terminal tackle. This is it. So this time of year and many times a year, you will want a lipless crank. This is my lipless crank box. But out of everything in this box, there's one that I always go to. And that is a 6th Sense bleeding shad. This one right here. It's not real big, it's not real small, but it is the perfect size. And the blue, the gold, the silver, the blood, the bleeding shad by 6th Sense. This is my go-to crankbait, lipless crank. If I want to do something like this time of year, little modification of it, then this one's a little bit bigger. You can see it's a little bigger. But this one right here is a suspended one. This one stops at 3 feet, and I can just rest it, and the bass will bite it. So I bring it down, rest, and it just suspends at 3 feet. Again, it's also a shad. It's not a bleeding shad, but lipless crank, 6th Sense bleeding shad. And believe it or not, it's the bomb. I mean, it really is. It really is a fantastic lure. All right, so what's in this box? Oh, is square bill crank. Now this one right here got a nice doozy on it just the other day. For a square bill crank, there's several choices that I go with, but this one right here is also a 6th Sense. This one right here is it's square. It's sort of, see how square it is? It's not like anything else over here, which are very rounded and stuff like that. This one's square. I mean, the whole bait is square. The top is square, the bottom, the sides. It's almost like cut out of a block of wood. This also is made by 6th Sense. This thing, killer. We go down about 5 or 6 feet, and very soft knocker. Very soft, not real loud. Great lure. This is I don't know what it's called, but it's gold with a gold stripe on it. Silver. It's got a little bit of red around the gills, so I guess that's blood. Fantastic. Square bill crank. Another 6th Sense. You'll find that I do a lot of 6th Sense because I think they're the best on the market when it comes to hard baits. Before we get to soft baits. All right. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, where are you? Now, the reason I don't have it in those boxes, this next one, is because I'm fishing clear water. And when you're fishing clear water, you don't use dark bait. So, but if I was going to a dark water lake, you know, something with very low visibility, I've showed you this one before. This is also a 6th Sense. It's called Black Magic. It's called Black Magic, and it's a swink because of that upper lip. See that lip? And the reason you can see through its eyes because it's a glowing green. It's the coolest eye ever. But this right here, in dark water, I've caught 2 of my personal bests with this particular one. Really loud. Again, helps a lot in low visibility water. They hear this, they see this profile moving the way it does. This Black Magic Swank, awesome in darker waters. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, since we're in this box, this is a Dogma. This is a topwater walking lure. It's pretty well beat up, but this is probably caught, well, countless fish. And you want the 115, the Dogma 115. This is by far, this is a shad color, the best walking bait on the market. It has a small, like, cup, indentation right here. So it pops like a popper does. So as you walk it, it'll actually pop. Hands down, the best walking bait on the market. The best. All right. You can't go wrong with swings. I love swings. I have quite a few swings. They work really, really well. But I do, one more, we're going to go with, since we're working shallow waters, you know, I'm not going to show you my deep divers yet. But, you know, nowadays, you know, this gold or silver, this is a gold one. This is a mini for the 6th Sense, and it's also a square bill, goes down about 3 to 5 feet. This is gold. And it is an extremely effective lure. I mean, without going like bright colors, you don't really have to go bright colors this time of year. All right, so let's go small. You know, I've been doing a lot with my ultralight because I absolutely love it. So, you guys know, where are you? I have 3 of them. I got 3 of them. Here it is. Okay. This one. This is made by Matsuo. M-A-T-Z-U-O. This is called their mini crank. This is in the brown trout design. It's 8 grams, very small, very light, and you can't pull it fast. It'll go down 5 to 6 feet, which is pretty deep for this little guy. I think I'm going to sneeze. And you move it really, really slow, and it has a lot of action when you just barely crank it in. Every fish loves this. I've caught smallmouth, largemouth, trout galore. I've caught perch on it. I've caught crappie on, big crappie too on it. This is a great ultralight lure. It'll catch everything. It's a Matsuo mini crank. Absolutely awesome. When it comes to a small crank or a small itty bitty lure, that one, and I think I have it in here. Ah, here it is. This is also a very, pretty much a guaranteed catch too. Oh good, it does say who makes it on it. Wasn't sure, but now can I read it? Strike Pro. This is a Strike Pro. This is a mini jerk bait. Look at that thing. It's tiny. Silver and red, made by Strike Pro. Weighs nothing. Probably weighs about the 8 grams that the other one weighs. This thing was catching crappie, perch, and trout. Oh, I got some bass on it, largemouth bass on it. Very tiny, fantastic, love it, gotta love it, awesome. So, since I have this one open, we'll go to some of my soft baits, because jigs are real popular, and you've heard me talk about this on one episode. It's a red rooster jig, and I think it's called Tiger 2. They come in lots of different colors, combinations of colors too, but really came down to, with a yellow jig, this jig, notice that tail, it looks like a creature tail or something you'd put as a trailer on a jig. But look at that thing. This thing's awesome. With a yellow head and a little bit of bait on it, if you want. This thing catches fish like crazy. I mean, this is a red rooster. I think it's called Tiger 2. This is you can go to redroosterbaits.com. So check this one out. Really inexpensive, very affordable. They are very durable. These are very durable. They do not fall apart. Fantastic. Love that one. So, and as for spinners, there are 2 spinners I usually go to. And one is a Blue Fox Pink. Blue Fox makes great spinners. And just a black rooster tail. That's it. So these 2 spinners will catch any trout I want. Also, other big fish too. But these 2 spinners, I've caught, 4-pound trout with this, 3-pound trout, 2-pound. I mean, that 21.5-inch red banded trout you saw in the one video on the Williamsons with this one. Awesome. Just a black rooster tail. So sometimes the classics just win, don't they? It's just what they do. All right, so soft plastics. Soft plastics. Okay, so I love Neds. The Ned is probably, and you can't do better than this deal right here. So go to Amazon, go to Madbite, type in Madbite Ned, get one of these kits. You get 48 of them. 48. 4 different colors, 4 different sizes of Ned rigs. And I would suggest either get the weedless, because you can always cut the weedless portion off if you don't like it. But if you like it, keep it. Or get the extra wide gap one. Both of them you can make weedless, so obviously. So definitely, this will be the link down below. Totally cool. So, I love Neds. And you'll see that in some of my videos lately. So, CPF lures. These guys. So, CPF lures, there'll be a link below. Best Neds for the money. I mean, 25 of these things for $8. You can't go wrong. You can get 50 for 13. And he makes great colors. You saw that one's that is a great one. Green pumpkin and red dawn. This one is black red flake and watermelon red. Awesome. Excellent. And then I also got this one. Black blue flake. The black and blue. Awesome. And they're just beautiful on these things. I mean, just fantastic. You'll love these. Now, you also see me using creature on it in this last one. Like a creature bait. And I love 6 cents again. Although you can also do the Bandito Bug by Guggen. Oh, where are you guys? Ah, there you are. Ta-da! Ta-da! So they have something called Stroker Craws. 6th Sense does. And that's what that is. The Stroker Craw. And awesome. Awesome. They come in a nice clamshell pack. These are great to put on a Ned. Or put them as a trailer, put them as a, put them on any, Texas frigate, whatever you want. But those, again, 6th Sense will be a link down below. Also, we're going to go into my jigs and my spinnerbaits. Okay, so Madbite makes a great spinnerbait, and they'll come back out with their swim jigs. They pulled them off the market because there was some production problems. They'll come back out with them. When they do, definitely grab them. And hopefully they'll come out with a really good deal too. So you won't see that link below, but you will see the spinnerbait. And with the spinnerbaits, this is Madbite spinnerbaits. Again, they're really nice. And as for your trailers, these are made by BFO. So I'm going to show you the BFO baits. So I always keep some of these in here. And here's my spinnerbait and stuff like that box. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, BFO baits down below. You can get some really nice paddle tails with it. Lots of any color you want, and you can choose a scent that you like. I love that about Jim. Basically he'll do anything that you want. So again, more Stroker Craws, but these right here are fantastic. You can get any color you want. And if he doesn't have the color, tell him what color you do want, and he'll do it for you. It's the closest thing. It's a custom bait. So you just can't go wrong with Jim and BFO baits. So fantastic. This is a chatterbait, again, or bladed jig, which you can get from Madbite. I'll put that link below too. These bladed jigs do really, really well, even on really, really slow retrieves. These things have great action to them, and they give you a great deal. A fraction of the price everybody else has. But again, you want to match your colors with your trailer. And this is a great pumpkin seed, pumpkin, right? Watermelon, pumpkin, watermelon, green pumpkin, green pumpkin combination. This is a really good one. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with black and blue. Where do I have any more? I think I've lost my black and blues. I need to buy some more black and blues. I know. I've lost my black. Oh, wait a minute. Well, no, that's not black and blue. Yeah, I lost my black. I lost all my black and blues. So that happens. Again, you want to stock up everyone as well. This is an interesting one. It's a craw color, and I put a paddle tail, a paddle tail worm on it. So that's fun. But this one right here, if you go with black and blue or the green pumpkins, I don't know what's it. Maybe I got watermelon on my mind. On here, this is a fantastic lure. So definitely, when it comes to spinnerbaits and bladed jigs, and when the swim jigs come back out, definitely grab the Madbites. You won't regret it. They're fantastic. Jerk baits. Okay, let me put these back. I just arranged all this stuff, so it's like Oh, I gotta show you this one. This is in the Madbite Bass Kit. They have two hard lures in there. One is a lipless crank and one is a jerk. This is a sort of medium diving, but this yellow has great reaction. I love the black on it. This caught bass. This is a really good bass catcher. That's always in my bag here, so it's always next to me. Really good bait. And that's in the Madbite Bass Kit. Again, the link will be down below. You'll see quite a few links down below of my favorites. Let me put these bags back in my bait bag. Hope you guys are doing good. I'll be back on the water here this week. I had to order a kayak rack for my other car because I ran out of cars that fit kayaks. So I'm going to order a kayak rack. So that'll come Thursday. So Friday I'll be back out on the water. I'm going to go out back on the water tomorrow and just put it on the top of the car. But I have two kayaks, so I need a kayak rack for two. All right. What was I going to do? Oh, crankbaits. Crankbaits. Oh, my goodness. So exciting. So exciting. Oh, there's my top waters. Whew, I got some big ones. I hear if I use my big top waters, I'll get some big old fish over at Lake of the Woods. Where is my... Oh, is that it? Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Oh, GOTO frogs. Ah, there's my cranks. All right. My most successful frog so far happens to be a Googan. It's the only Googan thing that works. And it's the one that says eat me. It says eat me. Can't tell, but it says eat me. It's got a nice cup on the front, two tassels in the back, really good hooks, soft enough, doesn't take on water. It's a very nice bait. This is a very good frog by Googan. So, all right, there are two jerk baits that work extremely well for me. One is a Yozuri, and Yozuri makes fantastic baits anyway, but this one right here is a Yozuri, and it's sort of a silver shad, see-through, holographic on the interior, fantastic, works fantastically. Again, jerk baits, jerk, 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 and let it look like it's dying. It's got sort of a black back to it. Wonderful. Then, of course, you got to have a sixth sense in there called a provoke. And the provoke is a very similar looking one, a little bit more color to it. We've got green and yellow, it's sort of blending into the black from the white and see-through. Casts really well. It's got a weighted cast system to it, so that ball bearing that you see rolling, if you can see it, there it is. That actually will help you cast it farther. 3 hooks on it, as opposed to 2 hooks, will increase your hookup ratio. This provoke is one of the best jerk baits that you could possibly get. And again, it's a sixth sense. So wonderful, 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 wonderful bait. What else I got? Nothing else? I think that's it. So those are my favorite baits. So if I'm doing top water, I usually will go straight to the dogma. If I go shallow water, I mean, I will, yeah, I would go to that square bill crank. I love my plastics, so I've gotten used to them now. So my Ned rig's awesome. So I would definitely net it up. And, you know, some people, they don't like nets because it's too easy to catch fish. Isn't that the dumbest thing you ever heard? I mean, it's too easy to catch fish. That's why you don't want to use it. Isn't that the whole point? So a Ned rig works really, really well. And then I think this is for everybody. I think everybody needs to buy this madbite 181 piece kit, especially if you're a kayaker. If you're a kayaker, you need small, compact, convenient, and ready to use. This is a great little kit for kayakers, or even if you're a bank fisherman. You know, I mean, everything's in here. It's all in there. I mean, I have small hands, and it's smaller than my hand. So this is a great little kit. So first thing, it'll be the first link down below is this madbite kit. I want you guys to look at it and check it out. It's extremely affordable, like all madbite stuff is. And I want you to check it out and see what you think about it. You will actually modify it. You'll love it. You'll love the case. I mean, the case itself is wonderful. But all the stuff in it, you'll use. You're going to use almost everything in there. I probably won't use the sliding weight, you know, thing that catfish guys use, because we don't do a lot of catfishing around here. Plus, I don't think I've ever fished catfish. I mean, if one jumps on, it's just because it jumped on something that I didn't expect him to jump onto. So, but that's it. That's my favorite stuff. As for my gear, as you know, I would, if you're using spinning gear, I would tell you to buy the Zephyrs by the Zephyr reel by Kastking. Whether you buy the carbon one or not, which is quite a bit lighter, it doesn't really matter. All of them are great. All the Zephyrs are great. But I'm buying a spinning reel, but the Zephyr is wonderful. The carbon, lightest, and super great. As for the rod, go to the Kastking Resolute. It's a 2-piece rod. Don't let that sway you because it acts like one. And I would go with a medium or a light, ultralight type of setup, depending on what you enjoy. Medium, all-around fishing pole. Ultralight, just for having a great time. It's the best. Put a 1000 Zephyr on that, and you're in heaven. And do a 3000 Zephyr on the medium. So that's your spinning setups. As for your bait casters, I got all my poles out in the garage. The bait caster, if you want an aluminum frame, just heavy duty, great casting, I mean, just best bang for your buck would be the Crixus Armor X by Kastking. Crixus Armor X. Again, a link down below. And then as for the rod, all right, now this is going to be a little tricky because I like lots of them. But if you got a little extra money, get this Speed Demon Pro rod. And again, depending on the type of fishing, you're going to go with a sort of a medium action or a medium fast action rod for a nice all-around rod. But if you are on more of a budget like me, because I don't have a Speed Demon Pro yet, but I would definitely look at the Perigee. The Perigee is one of the highest rated fishing rods on Amazon. It's extremely affordable, and again, a medium fast action rod for the cast bait caster. So if you can't do the Armor X, then I would definitely tell you to get the Spartacus Plus. It has two. It's got centrifugal as well as magnetic braking system. I own 2 of them. Super happy with them. Great spinning bait caster, and it's only $40. I mean, the thing is dollar for dollar, probably the best reel on the market. The Armor X is $90, but the Armor X is competing with things that are $200 or more because of the aluminum frame that it has, not a graphite frame. So it's very light as well, and fits right in my palm. So those 2 bait casters are great. Perigee or the Speed Demon Pro, depending on budget. And the Zephyr reels, I would buy another Zephyr in a second. And with the Resolute, hands down the best spinning rod on the market with American Tackle microwave guides and American Tackle reel seats. So all those things. I know I just rambled through them, but these are all my favorite stuff, and they're all affordable. They really are. I mean, there's not anything in there. If you get 6 cents, get their subscription package. I mean, it is enough. It's the same price everybody else's is, but you get better stuff. And as for other things, if you want my suggestions on something else, just pop it in the comments below, and I'll give you what I think is good, that works best for me in the area that I live in. But you'll be shocked at things like the jerk baits, the lipless cranks, Ned rigs. I mean, those things work everywhere. I don't care if you live in Wisconsin, in Connecticut, in Florida. These things are going to work everywhere. So you're going to have some modifications. You may use some larger baits, some larger worms, or something like that. Different Senkos. But instead of using the Senko, I just go straight to the Ned. And Ned works. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't go too fast. But these are my favorites. And if you have any questions, please just drop a line below. If you have any questions, drop those. Put down your favorites down below. Put down your favorites. Put down their web links to it. Let's get like a favorite page going. And boy, would that be fun. Anybody that comes here would be like awesome, wouldn't it? So thank you very much, everybody. You know where you'll find me as soon as I can figure out how to get there. It's out on the water. Take care, everybody.